Hey everybody, welcome back to Stogie Review. I know it's been a while since I did a video review, and I was just leaving the gym, and sometimes I bring a cigar with me after I leave the gym because it's not very far from my home, but with the traffic and red lights and everything, it usually takes about, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes depending on traffic. So sometimes I'll bring a cigar with me and enjoy on the way back. And one that I grabbed today is one that I thought, we've reviewed it before, but I just thought I need to go ahead and maybe redo, a new review on it, kind of freshen it up a little, whatever, because it's one that, that I've smoked for a really, really long time, and it's one that I still smoke today. It's been around forever. It's a classic cigar, and that is the Hoyo de Monterrey Excalibur Epicure, and this one's a Maduro. Now, I actually like just the natural EMS wrapper more than the Maduro, but I do like the Maduro because it's a good, nice change of pace. It's just a really good cigar. It's all Honduran. The price point's really good. I can't remember what it is on top of my head, but I don't think it's like too much, like maybe $6 or $7 or something like that. I've actually got like a couple boxes of these. Honestly, I haven't bought one at a brick and mortar for quite a while. It has a really nice cedar note, dark cherry, a little bit of cocoa on it. It has a nice little spice note, just like a hint of almost like it's a little bit like a white pepper note, but it's just a little hint of there. It'll give it a little bit of sharpness right at the end of it. I also get a little bit of an almondy flavor on it as well that really comes out when I retrohale it more than anything. I get a little bit more of that black cherry, that almond flavor when I retrohale this cigar. Like I said, I've smoked boxes of these, and if you follow me for a while, this is one of the cigars that, with Excalibur, along with punch cigars, that's what I started smoking way back in the late 90s when I first started smoking cigars in college at Mississippi State. And so they do have kind of a nostalgia, a soft spot in my heart for these cigars. But honestly, I still enjoy these cigars a lot. Maybe it's just because, I'm used to their flavor, and, in my head, it's, kind of reminds me of good times, because I don't know. I don't know why, but I just love these cigars. They still have amazing flavor on them. It's something I enjoy. And honestly, nowadays, there's so much stuff coming out, honestly. And I'll be honest, a lot of it is freaking garbage. A lot of it is just, it's not good, So it's nice to be able to go back to something that is a really good cigar, that when you smoke it, you're going to have a good smoke. It's going to burn well, it looks good, it tastes good, it's something familiar. There's something cozy about it, to be honest. And to me, an Excalibur or a punch, I hate to sound like a freaking general, spokesperson or some shit like that, but just what I had available when I first started smoking, so that's what I'm attached to now. But I still enjoy them, and I still love the flavors of these cigars. And for me, like I said, I'm not a big Maduro guy, and honestly, when I like a Maduro, I like some of my favorites are like, the La Flor Dominicana Maduros. They have an amazing Maduro. I'm trying to think, like Eddie Ortega, the Serie D. I was trying to think of who else makes a really good Maduro that I really like. I just don't smoke that many of them. Oh, the Edge Maduro, really good smoke. I like a really nice, kind of a thick Maduro, chocolatey coffee type of Maduro. Like Roma Crowd, they make an excellent Maduro. Skip and I kind of have the same flavor profile, you know, like we kind of what we like. He likes shit that's just way overboard Lajero more than I do, but still same type of stuff we kind of like. So most of their stuff, I really love it, and that's why they make an excellent, you know, Maduro cigar. And that's what I like. And this one's is a little bit more woodier. It's not as got that sweet cocoa or coffee that I really like, but it still has a little bit of that, but it's a little bit more woodier, so I enjoy it. But I enjoy it actually in the smaller cigars. Now in the regular Excalibur, in the regular wrapper, EMS or whatever, my favorite is Excalibur #1, the big dog. That one to me just hits on all cylinders. I love it. It's just got, you know, kind of the same flavors, but it has a little bit more, it's got more creaminess to it. It has, you know, a little bit more of a graham cracker note to it. I enjoy that one immensely. I love that one. But when I buy a Maduro with Excalibur, usually what I do, you know, is I'll try like to buy the Epicure. It's a really good size and it works well in the Maduro. Just a really good cigar. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my drive home, and when I get there, I'll give you my final impression of this, even though I'm sure you can figure out where this is going. So anyway, see you in a second. Hey everybody, I'm back. About at the end of the cigar now, back home. And this cigar is just tasty. On the back end, you get a lot more of that cocoa flavor. It's something like a cocoa powder flavor. It's got a little bit of like a chalkiness to it, but not like the flavor chalkiness, just almost like a feeling or whatever. But it's got like that dried cocoa powder kind of flavor to it. It's much sweeter at the back end, but I still get a little bit of the almond flavor. It's still woody. I still get the woodiness. It's just, you get more of that cocoa powder flavor and the sweetness. The white pepper is pretty much gone. I don't get any of that anymore. It just has really, it has that backbone kind of undercurrent of the woodiness but the almond is a little bit more too. Now I think about it, there's a little bit more of the almond flavor. But like I said, the dried cocoa powder and sweetness is a lot more dominant in the back end. Just a really good smoke. Like I said, this is a classic smoke. This is an old school smoke right here. You know, you'll see a lot of the old timers, those few people that are left in the cigar community, that they'll only smoke one thing. Like they go to the cigar shop or they order online and they only get one cigar. It's their cigar and that's all they'll smoke. You know, most of us nowadays, you know, to us it's like cigars like a meal. Like, you know, you don't want to eat this. Like if you love steak, you don't want steak breakfast, lunch, dinner every single day, every single time. You get tired of it after a while. So like for me, I like to go try, you know, depending on what my mood is, what time of the day it is, I want different things. But there is, you know, everybody has their staples that they go to all the time. This is one of mine. It's a lot of people's, and it's a lot of old timers. It's their only smoke too. So if you have not tried this, or you're new to cigars, because this one kind of gets pushed to the back burner. A lot of the older cigars that have been around for a really, really long time, you know, it's always what's the newest, hottest thing out now, the cool boutique or whatever. Sometimes you just got to go back to your roots and enjoy something that you've had forever, for the longest time. Or like I said, if you're new to cigars, go try some of the older ones that have been around forever. You never know, you're probably going to like them even better than some of this newer stuff out, because let's be honest, a lot of the new stuff coming out is total freaking garbage. It's total garbage. I mean, a lot of it's spectacular, but a lot of it's garbage too. So I like to sometimes just go back to my roots and go re-smoke some of these old classics that, you know, a lot of us have been around smoking cigars for a while. You've had these before. everybody that I know just about has had Excalibur, unless you're really new, go try the classics. And this is one of the classics that I recommend wholeheartedly. So check this out. And on that note, I'll see you next time.